Kitana Prime versus DJT. DJT is as old school as it gets when it comes to our modern community. You know, he's always been a Sub-Zero guy. I know he is an Evo champion in Mortal Kombat 9 with Cyrax, who he always considered a better Sub-Zero in some ways.
However, he was better than Sub-Zero and MK9. That's a huge surprise.
what a brave statement.
How about that?
We all look at Mustard when we talk about Cyrax and MK9.
Let's move on from this talking point.
What a scumbag you are. What a scumbag you are. But I mean, DJT, he's always been this really... His gameplay is so different to how he is in real life. You know, normally there are players out there where their personality is like put into the game, and you can watch someone play a character and you already know who's playing it. DJT is like the most relaxed, chill dude.
But one thing, so I played DJT quite a while yesterday, and obviously everyone's been playing everyone here. This man has some of the greatest flawless blocks I've ever seen.
I believe it. That man sees in slow motion.
Yeah, straight up, like, if he thinks you're going to press a button, flawless block reversal, bam, done. And his reads on them are so clean. Like, that is like next level play, and I really hope we see it. Kitana Prime, of course, the Kitana loyalist.
Well, maybe loyalist. I know that he was using a few other characters, but I do have to say, we're definitely going to see the flawless blocks in this matchup, if any matchup, because so much of Kitana's game plan is trying to either, I don't know, check you with like the end of her strings or with really good normals. Right now, just getting rushed down. Oh, empty hop!
This is the clean gameplay, though. You know, DJT is known for being the surgical, just smart, clean gameplay. And Kitana Prime, I gotta say, I'm surprised he's going with Kitana, because he spent a lot of the past few days voicing his concern about how he just doesn't think she's that great. He doesn't really enjoy playing her that much. And he was like, I'm gonna play Jade, man. And clearly he's not. He's going with Kitana. Maybe this is at least game one.
Just converted off of a back, so it's a Sub-Zero back 3 by itself, hit him jumping and managed to convert off it.
He's got to be
That was beautiful, dude.
So I want to talk about this too. We have seen in a million different tournaments since the game came out, we've seen the first variation of Sub with the amplified ice ball and the shoulder charge. Finally, we're seeing the second variation with Slide. I think Slide is insane in this game.
Because some projectiles are really strong, right? The slide goes straight underneath them, but also the crushing blow. If you hit 3 amplified slides in a row, the next one will crushing blow into obnoxious damage.
Like
the moment that stopped, you can't throw projectiles.
The slide also goes well far too. Like, it shuts down projectiles from like massive distance.
It's also 11 frames on startup, so it punishes a lot of things that like characters just normally cannot punish at all, because it, it's a special, so it comes out like 1 frame faster than normals, and it's just so far so fast.
Is that it? No, one more.
Yeah.
Next one is it. Kitana Prime cannot throw anything because the next slide is death. And Yoktel Denzo is looking.
No, that actually wasn't a bad time to throw fan because it was just off max range. I think she would have recovered. But this is the danger territory. Kitana Prime, he can't throw a fan, and he knows it! Risky float. Oh! Dead!
Oh, what? I thought he hit it.
No, that had to have been. That was hands down already enough. Surely.
I think that was the first one he hit, like before. I don't know if that was the third.
Maybe
I'm sure it was the third.
It hit a bunch of raw ones.
Maybe.
It hit a bunch of raw
Regardless,
ones.
I guess it doesn't matter anyway, as DJT's going to take the first game. Kitana Prime. That wasn't too much of a blowout. You know, I think it really just came down to whenever Denzel kind of had the offense. I mean, that's it. He's so good at laying on the Sub-Zero pressure.
It's because he knows that it's more than a 50-50. If you start this, so first of all, we expected the character swap. That was specific. Yeah, I'm glad someone picked up on that. But it's a situation where look, Sub-Zero has an overhead. He's got a low. Yes, but if he knows you're looking to react to the overhead, because the overhead has a very, as Sonic Fox always say, it's got a paused animation. You know, they're very distinct, like pose that Sub-Zero pulls when he does the overhead that you can react to. But at the same time, he can simply delay, he can stagger it, he can go for grabs. DJT is not going to just keep it simple. You know, he knows he's going to add the extra layers to that mix-up. Sub-Zero looks really weird with that and no mask.
I don't like it. I don't like Sub-Zero without a mask.
It's weird. Anyway, so we are seeing the switch to Jade, as expected, pretty much. But this is, I mean, it's really tough to play any sort of zoner in the entire game against Sub-Zero. His counter-zoning ability is so strong. Any single trade that you make with Ice Ball is in his favor. He always gets a follow-up, especially with Slide.
There's a very, I think, obvious animation with the glaive toss too, so the slide going underneath is going to be a pretty go-to option. All right, the glow is ready.
And you can actually slide underneath if you amplify the air glaives, and you slide underneath with the full. Wow. I forgot he has the air axe in this variation. He has the air axe?
Yeah, he gets the air axe, the grounded kind of like ice blast, and the ice barrage. Yeah.
I totally forgot he had the air axe. I've played this game before, I think.
Well, I think
caught the glow. What a read!
It didn't seem so much of a big deal against Kitana, but against Jade, I definitely think it will be, because her projectile game is just much more scary. And right as you said, if you slide under the air glaive, you get full punish, but wasn't able to get it too much yet.
You know what it was? He thought he was on the other side. He tried to back 1-4-3, and he did forward 1-4. Guaranteed.
There it is, that reaction slide. So scary, dude.
Round 2.
And now, Kitana Prime in the corner, not where you want to be. Well, look at that, just punish anything.
You just can't. It's a tricky situation for KP. You know, he's gone Jade because he wants to play that mid-screen footsies. He knows he can't keep away Sub-Zero. You need to try and compete toe-to-toe, either up close or within that sweet distance. But if you whiff anything, he's going to whiff punish you with slide, and if he amplifies it, it's just going to build towards that tasty crushing blow.
And Jade's whiff recovery is not great.
No, it is
definitely
not.
One of her drawbacks definitely is how long it takes her to recover after missing buttons or specials.
I do like the times KP is popping the glow, though. He's putting it in situations where he's slightly plus on the blocked amplified glaive, so he knows that DJT will have to hard dedicate to a slide, and if he gets this wrong, he'll get a punish.
And Jade doesn't tickle anymore.
Like that.
You know? She does have that launching option now. Ooh!
Did not punish the down two.
And I do have to say, it's exactly like you said, Mustard. We're seeing that the air axe is really good at countering the angle of the air grips.
One more of those amplified slides, and DJT is going to be in business. Oh, there it is! Ouch! Oh, he's dead!
My God!
Look at that, 369 damage. Nice.
Off a jump back kick. That is nuts, dude.
Shouts to the classic.
Oh,
Wimpos.
Classic Wimpos, man.
Got that from the crypt.
And he's like beige and purple there. But it's going to be a run back. KP's hitting that rematch, and Denzel is looking clean as a whistle.
He's just... DJT is so ridiculously reactionary when he plays, and there's the overhead. He uses the overhead so sparingly that you're never ready, and even though granted you can, you know, supposedly at the highest level react to the overhead option, in this variation, you're not going to go in for deep freeze that much, right? So you're not going to be looking for the overhead as often because it's not going to be as much of a regular choice.
But, I mean, it still gives you Oki, it still gives you a little bit of that screen carry, which is exactly what we saw. That's how he already got him to the corner. So it's, I mean, every little thing is just so scary. Nice ducks it. So that's actually one of the best things to do against Jade Shadow Kick, because normally she gets a little bit of a mix-up on whether or not she's going to amplify it, but if you duck the Shadow Kick, she can never amplify it, so you always get that.
And she doesn't really have the buttons to condition you to you know, block it either. You know, whereas like Johnny has the mids to reach. She does have mids, but it's not quite the speed, right? Not quite the same.
Right, or even the range.
You know, we were just talking about how clean DJT's flawless blocks are. The first time he blocked back 3-4-3-4, flawless block punish. First time. Come on! Oh my God! Clean game!
So, you know, you said DJT plays in slow motion.
Round 2.
It's really what it is. Always, that has been his style. It's like he's like living in another world where everything's at half speed and like nothing's in a danger to him. It's like he's playing like he's like walking through like a peaceful field, you know?
Well, have you ever played a really laggy match, right? And you can react to everything because it's like, that's what he sees in all the time.
I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, personally.
Oh no!
Oh!
Maybe he had to crouch that.
What are you standing up for?
Oh, a short hop. Denzel does so many short hops, but like they're always really calculated.
So I can guarantee you that actually that one in particular was him attempting to flawless block first up too.
Yeah.
But it whiffed, so he messed up and like it just happened.
Another flawless block. I mean, look at the chip damage you don't take. It's so crazy, especially against someone like Jade.
Oh, for God's sake. He's literally flawless blocking every single projectile here.
I mean, KP is desperately trying to keep lead. He's got the life lead, but you wouldn't assume by how the match is being played. You know, it seems like KP is still on the back foot.
Yeah, KP's got the life lead, but he's not in control. Not
there we go.
Punish! But a meager punish, really, to be honest. I think, could he got a little bit more?
No, you could punish it with back three, at least, and maybe get like a spin.
Back 3-4-3.
Shadow kick,
yeah,
maybe.
Or shadow kick into
kick,
amp to swap to the side, yeah. Could have turned the tide a bit.
Yep, that is, I think, her like absolute optimal if you can't land forward too.
Oh, there we go.
I wonder if
Good
Denzel
punish.
was looking to confirm that overhead, perhaps, because it just came out a bit late. However, the time's not on his side. Doesn't matter because the jump kick connects. KP alive, but barely. He's in so much trouble, and his back's to the wall.
That actually, I mean, it was a slow round, but that was still a good round for KP. You know, Denzel was chasing after him, but only because KP was able to get a life lead, and he was able to stick on it. You know, DJT's going for flawless blocks, but at the end of the day, if you ain't got the life lead, you're not winning.
And we're seeing a lot more of those down fours from Jade, which I think maybe is the best down four in the game. 10 frames, super fast, super low profiling, and it's one of the only options that she's got to really control that neutral against sub.
Ooh. Tries to whiff punish that. Oh, not ready for the... We always get hit by that, man. Oh, the crouch! No. He's going to keep it unbreakable, I think, as well. Yeah, and by the time he finally gets hit, I mean, the damage is done, right? Save your resources. This is in not a good situation at all.
Okay, that was a really good throw from KP. He has to keep this corner working. Tries to neutral jump. Oh!
That was definitely a false attempt as well, I think.
Sure.
This is going to be nice. This is the... Oh, no! He drops the combo. He really needed that. That's the only place where Jade can actually get damage is in the corner. And he was going for something advanced right there, but just didn't work.
So Jade can do Amplified Glaive and to continue it?
I don't know. I assume so.
I mean, it's mad plus on hit.
Yeah,
I think it was more just trying to take the hit advantage into her. I think so, yeah.
I think it might have been smart to take the knockdown. She does have really good knockdowns. 2-on-2 in the corner. All she has to do is back 3-4-3 into spin into 2-1, 2-1, 2-1-2. Whatever.
Yeah, they made her corner combos a lot harder from the beta, but they're still there.
Right,
like you can still do it. I think Jade is in a really decent spot in the game right now. She's got the launching option now. She has her fatal blow got sped up, so it's a lot better now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm here to fucking grind, bro. Learn some shit.
But that is the biggest thing that the players are here for. Is because they want this opportunity to.
I said it's a boot camp. I said it earlier.
This is the greatest boot camp. This is the greatest boot camp that any player could want. Up next, you can see Gross and Tyrant stepping up to the plate, so we should get Cassidy versus Jax, is my guess.
Oh, we're being joined. How's it going, guys?
By the gang.
What's good, baby?
Gang.
Denzel, what is up with your flawless blocks, man? It was like 90% accuracy.
Does your block button not let you hold block? Is it tap or bust?
He has a Mad Catz controller.
No, I'm actually practice flawless blocking Jade a lot, so because Malik plays Jade.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, so that's why I'm able to flawless block her projectiles pretty good, because that's all he does against me. I'm trying to get in zone, so that's why you're just seeing I practice it a lot. That's the only reason.
A lot of patience. I mean, I panicked like the second game when it was just quick.
Yeah.
And then you saw everything is going down to like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, because, all right, you want to wait. But when you talk about patience, like, I'm not on this man level of patience. So we going to get there. That's why we here. I'm here to get these games.
It's a good time to pick your brains, actually, because we mentioned it on the desk, but there are so many players out there, when they play Sub-Zero, they go with the more primary version with the cold shoulder and the deep freeze, right? Whereas you heavily favor the slide version of Sub-Zero. So I kind of want to ask you, what are the tools that you look for that make you choose this variation of Sub-Zero instead? For Sub-Zero players at home that are trying to figure out whether they should play it, what advice would you give as to why you pick the variation you use?
I mean, slide is 11 frames, so you get a lot of punishes that the other one would never be able to get. I mean, also the other variation, although the mix is very strong, when you get a character that can kind of keep them out and you don't get that many chances to mix, I feel like this variation is better because you have the air projectile, you got the slide to get around projectiles, and I mean the other ones are okay. I haven't really found out how to really use them yet, but
So quick maths.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You had that
1
one
+ 1 is
situation
11.
where you did the shards and like I have a back 1-4-3 and you whiff punish with it.
The shards is like
yeah,
this.
That's fun.
At a
That
certain
chip is
range,
kinda-
yeah, the chip is actually really good. At a certain range, I would say that move is a good move for like kind of like a closeout move. If you see them just kind of standing there and they're worried about the slide, you can kind of
It blows
walk
through
up
last
and do
breath
the-
too. Like last breath does not survive against
No,
the
not a
barrage.
chance.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, so that variation, I really like the more the utility. I mean, I use the other one too, but the utility in that one, and now you don't necessarily have to go for the mix all the time. Like you can kind of play that variation lame too, because the air projectile, it's only like -1 or something, like, or neutral.
All right, let's go play more.
It's mad good against
Hey,
Jade too.
let's go play more, bro.
Hey, let's get these games.
Let's go play.
All right, cheers, guys. Take care.
He's there
Have
for
fun.
matches.